Hey everyone, before we start, I actually want to be really clear about something. I don't teach foundation phase, I teach grades 9 through 12. But lesson planning is lesson planning. The pressure, the time, the differentiation, the alignment, that part just never changes. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I would use ChatGPT if I were planning for ages 5 to 7. Not to replace teaching, not to copy and paste blindly, but to remove the blank page, to save hours of planning, and to give teachers a strong starting point that they can adapt. I'm going to walk you through the exact prompts. I'll show you the workflow, and by the end, you'll see a full foundation phase week built step by step. So let's get into it. All right, foundation teachers, let's dive in and let me show you how I would be creating lesson plans, differentiation, stuff for EL learners, and more. So we're going to dive in. I'm going to give you all these prompts, by the way, that you see. There'll be a link underneath it for you to grab them and just use them to fit your own work. So I think you're going to love this. Let's dive in. The first thing that I would love you to do, if you are new to ChatGPT and you haven't taken my course or seen the videos about it, you need to set up projects. And it's really simple to do. We're going to go up here on the left-hand side. And if you have ChatGPT for teachers, you can do a lot of projects. If you had ChatGPT, the free version, you should jump into the teacher version. It's still free. And if you had the paid version, you're good to go. So we're going to go up here on the left, and I'm going to click on this little button here, and you can see I have tons of projects. And what's nice about that is that each project has its own context. So it knows what it's there for, exactly what to do. So I have to give it less and less prompting for some things. So it's really great. So you're going to click on New Project, and we're going to call this Foundation Phase Planner. Okay, and we're going to create that project. And if you're new and you haven't seen videos that I've done about this, you're making the project because it's specifically for this. So if you're a high school teacher like I am, I have media arts. I might have advanced media arts, intermediate media arts, intro to media arts. I might have my news team in there as another separate project. So all of these are separated so that I can keep it all nice and tidy. Now, if you want to, you can do Foundation Phase Planner for math, for language, for whatever you want. And these prompts that I'm going to give you go with this hand in hand. So right away, we've got this whole thing, but we need to give it some context. So there's a couple of things that you can do here. And I'm going to go over to the right here and hit these three little buttons on the top right. And you'll see it says Edit Project, which you can just go in there and change the name or delete it if you want to. But I'm going to do Edit Instructions. And now I've got this here that says Ask ChatGPT to focus on a topic or use a specific style for responses to this project. So I've got a great prompt for you to use. Let's go grab it right now in my Google Doc, which is right here. And I'm going to copy all this, and we will read this when we are inside ChatGPT. And I'm going to go right inside here, and I'm going to paste this. So act as a foundation phase teacher and curriculum planner. So we're giving it a role. What is it going to do? Ages range from 5 to 7, grade level, kindergarten to grade 2. You can take that out, say grade 3, grade 5, change the ages just for kindergarten, whatever. I'm going to leave this alone for now so we can have a little bit of a range. You can see what's going on. Next, it says classroom context. Do we have mixed ability learners, short attention spans, early readers, some English language learners? So it's nice to have a mix of all that. You can add other things to this if you want, of course. Teaching approach, play-based, hands-on, visual, clear routines, simple language. Always keep lesson plans age-appropriate, practical, and classroom ready. So I'm going to keep this here, and we're just going to save it. And now this whole project knows exactly what it's here for. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my lesson plan. So we'll go back and grab that prompt. Here it is. And we'll copy that, and we'll go back into chat, and we'll start to configure this. So I'm going to paste it down inside here, and I'll look at it here, and it says, create a foundation phase lesson plan. subject, literacy, numeracy, life skills. And instead of the 3 of those, we're just going to pick numeracy for now. So maybe we're learning about numbers and whatever. Topic, example, letter sounds. Let's go to counting to 10. So this is where you're going to put what you want to actually do. Let's go counting to 10. Age group 5 to 7. I'm going to leave that alone for now. Include learning objective written in child-friendly language, warm-up activity, main activity with step-by-step instructions, play or movement activity, simple check for understanding, short closing activity, use short sentences, and simple vocabulary. If you want to, underneath that, you can add that it's got to be certain standards, whatever standards you are working with, you can put that in there. I usually put CTE for my classes because that's what I teach. And then we're going to hit go over here, and it's going to start working on our first lesson plan. And here it is in seconds because it's so much context, it's doing it great. Numeracy, topic, counting to 10. And here's for 30 to 40 minutes, my learning objective here. Today I'll learn to count to 1 to 10. I will use my eyes, hands, and voice. My warm-up activity, finger count circle. Sit in a circle. Teacher counts slowly to 10, 1 to 10. Children show the number on their fingers. Count together 2 times, smile, and praise the effort. So it's giving me all the steps that I need to do to teach this. Giving me some images, ideas here that I can use. Change the number card if I want to and go differently. Here's a play or movement activity, jump and count, which I think would be great, right? Tire them out. Place number cards on the floor, call out a number, children jump on that number that many times. So all kinds of great ideas here. My check for understanding. Show me, right? Hold up a number card, hold up number 7. Have children show their finger to match number 7 or whatever number it is. Ask children to count objects aloud and then give them praise, of course. So it's giving you all these great ideas here for our lesson plan. And I think this is really great. And if you need to change any of this, all you need to do is type in here, I want them to count to 20. So you just write that in there. It's going to change the whole thing for you in seconds and you're good to go. Now, from this, how do we handle differentiation? We're going to have all kinds of different students, what we get all the time. I know that firsthand, so let's look at that. So I'm going to grab this next prompt here, and I'm going to put this one in here, and we're going to fix this one up. Differentiation for this lesson, learners who need extra support, on-level learners, fast finishers, okay? Those are my top 3 things. I need to explain what changes, what stays the same. I need to know all of that so I can understand that. I'm just going to hit that and let's see what it does for this one. So here's a simple differentiation for the same lesson. Learners who need extra support. So maybe we start and go to 5 first. Maybe they get a little more time. Maybe there's an adult that helps us that can help them. We can give them more modeling. What stays the same? Same lesson goal, same activities, right? But they just might need this extra little help. Give 5 objects instead of 10. Let them start slowly. So all kinds of good differentiation ideas here. On-level learners, no real changes. Fast finishers, you might want to add a challenge at the end or maybe make more choices and add responsibilities. Maybe they have to help the other kids. So this is all really good. Here's a teacher tip on the bottom. Everyone does the same lesson, right? You change the level of support, not the goal. Really good there. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at how to help ELL or diverse learners. And there's a way for that. I made a nice prompt for you for that. So I use this all the time in my classes and high school. So this is totally adaptable for any level of teaching. Adapt this lesson for English language learners, learners with limited vocabulary, learners who struggle with focus. Include visual supports, repetition, simple instructions, movement-based. So let's see what that brings up here. Below is a simple adaptation of the same lesson. The goals stay the same. You change how you teach it. Okay, so visual supports. Here's some great visual supports. Let me just click on one here. And you can see that's really cool. You can even ask ChatGPT to make these for you, and you just need to print them out. It's really great. Use card numbers with dots, show objects as you count, repetition, count together, simple instructions, one step at a time, use short phrases, right? Example, take the blocks, count with me, stop at 10, movement-based things, jump and count, clap and count. Here's learners with limited vocabulary. Keep numbers on the wall. Use counting mats, okay, so they can start seeing. Use the same words every time. Don't change that. Practice it daily. Let's go down here. You can say words like count, one more, show me. And then learners who struggle with focus. Boy, oh boy, do I have some of those. Repeat directions from before starting, which I do all the time. I'll do it twice. Plus I put my lesson plans and usually my slide deck on Google Classroom so that they can go in there and look at it at any time. Reset instructions, simple instructions, one direction at a time, movement-based strategies. So it's giving me all the stuff I need. Here's some key reminders for me. So that is just working great. And like I said, this whole thing is going to be adapted to your class itself. Okay, so now we're going to check on assessing all of this when we're doing it out there. So I'm going to go back in here. And this prompt right here is ready for you guys to go in there. I'm going to put it into chat again. We're good to go. Create a simple assessment ideas for this lesson. Include observation checklists, oral questioning, hands-on demonstration. Focus on evidence of learning, not grades. So here it is right here. Observation checklist. Child can count aloud from 1 to 10. Touch one object per number. Stop at 10. So these are some things that we want. Teacher notes, someone you might need help, someone's independent, all of this, watch during play. Oral questioning, ask during the lesson or at the end, and then keep it short. Count with me to 10, what comes after 4, what comes after 6, show me 6. So it's giving you all these great assessments to make sure that they're understanding what you're talking about. And here's a little reminder here. It's pretty cool. Assessment happens during learning. Watch, listen, notice progress. It's great. All right, so we've got this great lesson plan. Let's go into creating this full week lesson plan. We've been doing good. This is awesome. Let's just make one for the full week. So here we go. Create a 1 week foundation phase lesson plan. It knows a lot of what I want because of the first chat and the context I gave it in the description. So my theme, I'm going to go into animals for this. And then each day I want to do a literacy activity, a numeracy activity, a life activity. So it's all ready to go. Let's see what this comes up with. These are things that I do in my classroom constantly because I know I'm going to be in editing in Adobe Premiere Pro this week. So I'm going to start creating a full week of things that they're going to do inside of the app. And that just helps me. And since I know it so well, it helps me just to keep on track with all of them as well. All right, here's a complete 1 week. So Monday, literacy. We're going to talk about farm animals matching, show pictures of farm animals, numbers, count the animals, life skills, caring for animals, play or movement. And that's on Monday. This is Tuesday. It's telling me all these things. I could go and say, I've got this much time to do this in during the day. Can you break this all down for time for me? I can do stuff like that. At the bottom here, it says, do you want me to turn this into a printable weekly calendar with visuals and instructions and checklists for teachers? Yes, I do. I want all of that. So we can have them turn all of that stuff into that. In fact, let's ask it, let's just say yes. And let's see what it comes up with. But this just saves so much time. Here's your lesson planner right here for the week of. All this stuff we could just copy and paste right here into Google Docs or whatever you're using. And it's all right here for you, ready to go. Here's a checklist for you. And then do they want picture icons? It can add pictures for you, child-friendly versions with borders, export it as a ready PDF. It can do all of this stuff for you. Okay, let's go back into the first one that I did here, counting to 10 lesson, right? And we're going to, at the bottom here, I'm going to use one more prompt that I'm going to give you, and that is templates, because I might want templates for this. So I'm just going here and press this for V. and then give me templates for this. And we'll hit that up. So these are all awesome templates. All you have to do is copy and paste them into Google Docs. You can also ask it to make PDFs for you. You can ask it to doctor it up and turn it into an image that you're going to print that has flowers or whatever you want. So it's going to do all kinds of fun stuff for here. So I hope this helps you guys. Please, any comments you may have, let me know, and anything I can help you with. But this is a really smooth way to use ChatGPT and create great lesson plans for your classroom as a foundation person. People have always asked me, I see you doing it for high school. What can I do as a kindergarten teacher? So this is great for you to use it. And then next, I'm going to show you some ideas that you can have the kids do to learn some basic AI stuff. But that'll be the next video. I hope you enjoy this. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate everything. Have a great day.